Are you guys back from a long weekend? I got to enjoy a gorgeous weekend over in North Carolina where the weather was like 85 degrees every day and nice and humid. I love humidity. I know that lots of people don't like humidity, but I love it. And just ocean waves and beautiful family time. And I'm normally from Wisconsin, so I really enjoy being in warm weather a lot. So it was a blast. But today, we are here because we have our Tutorpreneur hero. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Joanne Kaminsky, and I am here today with Elaine Lingard. And I have to tell you, what I appreciate about Elaine is that she is one of those people that has an in-person tutoring business, and she has her own center, the whole shebang. She works with more than one kid at a time. I mean, I don't know how this girl does it. She is incredible. So she's got her own center, and she's decided that she wants to get more clients. So she's decided to add online tutoring into the mix. This lady has now booked her in-person tutoring completely solid. And the only way she can work with more students is to work online. She has now got all of the pieces in place for her to be able to do that. She's got her website up. She's got her blog, and she's been writing on her blog, and she's been interacting within our group. And she was just telling me that she even has she's got a referral already from one of the people inside of our group. So it's so cool what can happen inside of here. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you guys to Elaine. Hey, Elaine.
Hi.
So glad to have you here today, Elaine. So Elaine, you've been doing this in-person tutoring thing for a little while. Tell us about what that's like and what specifically you tutor in.
Right. I do English and maths, so reading, spelling and writing and concepts in maths from, I think my youngest student is 4 and the oldest is 14. So I have a whole range of ages to cater for. I've been doing this for a while, self-employed here at my own centre for a year and a half. And previous to that, I was working in a franchise in Scotland for 4 years. So I've been tutoring for quite a while. And previous to that, I was in management in school. So this is in my blood.
Yes, it is. So what changed in your life to make you decide to go from the school management side to going into tutoring?
Well, it's all about the work-life balance for me. I have 3 children, a nearly 14-year-old, a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, all girls. And I was expecting my middle child at that time, and I just thought, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be at home and be mummy. I don't want to be dumping the early hours of the morning and going off to work. So I made a very, very brave decision to step out of teaching, and I thought, what can I do instead? And this was the natural progression for me. So it's the best thing I ever did. I don't regret a moment of it. It was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, and it sounds like you have a similar experience as me. As soon as those kids start coming into the mix, it's like, okay, do I want to work these long hours or try to figure something else out? And it sounds like you figured something out that really worked for you and your family, and you still get to do what you love to do, which is teaching.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
It is. It's a total win-win. So how do people learn about your in-person tutoring business that you have?
Well, thanks to the joys of Facebook, I think that's where most of my advertising's been done. Not through Facebook ads, but just through contacting local groups and getting my name out there and building up people that I know through the local area. Just absolutely bombarding them with all the stuff that I can do, and my being unique. I think I'm fairly lucky that I'm the only person who can for their children in the way that I do in this area. So it's the reason that I'm fully booked.
Yay, that's awesome. So being able to use some of the same strategies now that we use for our online tutoring business, you were able to use for your in-person business.
Exactly. So building my website has really helped there, and the things that I've learned through the club.
Oh, very cool.
Like getting my to the Google business as really near the top of the Google top 10, for example. I've made a couple of notes in front. If you typed in Tutor Donegal or Maths Tutor Donegal or English Tutor Donegal, I'm up there because of my map for Google businesses. So that's something. Also for the online tutoring, because of my blog posts, if I'm online tutoring Donegal, this actually appears on the first page.
Woo!
So that is like, I never thought that would happen. Something I've written is on the first page. So it's definitely worth maintaining a blog for that reason alone,
Yeah, awesome. Now, were you on page 1 before you started taking some of these courses and that kind of stuff?
Ooh, nowhere near it. Probably 1001. I was way at the back of the
page. Because I have to say, that's like one of my favorite things to teach people is how to get on page 1 of Google, and so that people can just naturally find you and you don't have to pay all of those expensive advertising fees, because there are so many things that we can do to get on that page 1, and it's absolutely amazing, because that is the time that you learn, the time that you spend learning how to do that ends up paying you back tenfold. Whereas you pay for an ad, people click and money just starts draining. And when you get on page 1, you don't have to worry about that happening anymore, and you can be making money and you can be in the plus and the profit every single month, and it's a really beautiful thing. So yay, I am so excited. So a lot of these things that you've been learning inside of our group, you've been able to put into practice and be able to use it to get book solid for your in-person tutoring business. That is really, really awesome. Now you've been with us for the last couple of months with the Ultimate Support Group and the Insider Secrets Club. What has been the most beneficial aspect of being a part of this group?
Well, I think just having the contact with everybody. We were having a discussion before the call, and I was saying that I'm a very gregarious person. I just love chatting to people. And when you're on your own, running a business on your own, you don't get the opportunity to speak to the grown-ups very often. So to be able to make contact with people over 14 is just incredible. I love it.
Right?
So getting all this contact with all the tutors online has been an absolute lifesaver. I love it. And bouncing ideas off people, helping people, getting helped in return. It's just fantastic. The network is amazing. Yeah. It's just incredible. It's a great place to be a member of. I love it.
Yeah. No, I didn't get to tell people where you're from, but obviously they can tell that you have a accent, unless they are from the area that you're from. Where specifically are you located?
Right. I am in the west of Ireland. I'm in County Donegal. But you can tell by the accent, not an Irish accent. I'm originally from Scotland. So we relocated here last summer. We had a holiday home over here, and we just thought, let's just do it. And we moved. So It was just a dream come true, living on the beach. It's just such a great place to be. I love it.
Yes, and we were just talking about that right before we got on this call here, and we were talking about, because I was just at the beach this weekend, and you get to hang out at the beach all the time. You've got 2 amazing dogs that you'd like to walk up and down that beach.
Yep, it's great.
Now you have a black lab, you said, and then you've got this cute little, my husband would call it a punter. It's because you could punt the dog because it's so tiny. What kind of dog is your tiny one?
My tiny one, he's a cross between a Pomeranian, a Yorkshire Terrier, and a Chihuahua. So he's not going to be a big dog ever. He's just going to be
super teeny.
Yeah,
I love that. He was like hanging off the bed, I think, in one of the pictures I saw. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so dang cute.
He's lovely. He is.
all you want to do is just sit there and just pet him.
Yeah, I could do that with online tutoring. I could just have him on my lap and no one would know. So there you are.
Right, and it totally does not distract the child.
No, that's it.
That is so awesome. I used to have my kids would play underneath the desk where I tutor. They built like a little playhouse down there. It was the most fun memory that I have when I first started this business, because I was like, I love that my kids can be at my feet and I can be doing what I love, which is teaching other kids. And I don't know, it's just, I know it's so much fun. I will never forget that memory like in a million years. And I was just thinking too this weekend with like just how easy online tutoring is. I mean, I was able to still take this trip to North Carolina and really bring my business with me. I had some schedule changes because of when my flight was, but everything else just seemed to work out. And so I was still able to work with a few of my students and not have to move them around and worry about the juggling and all of that. And it really didn't interrupt our whole weekend plans at all. So it was just really, really awesome that you literally can bring this business anywhere in the world with you when you travel, or you can decide to take a whole week off and just do life however you want to, which is cool. Now, for you, you've got your in-person tutoring, so it's a little different. Yeah. but you are still your own boss, so you get to make all of those decisions if you need to take a week off or any of that. Do you ever find that there's a low time where it's better just to take that week off with the tutoring?
Yeah. What I tend to do is just play it by ear in the holidays. Last year, I opened for the October break. We were off school for a week over here in that time. And I stayed open and my numbers just plummeted for the week. And I thought, what am I doing? So this year I've made the decision that I am actually going to close for the week. So I'm going to have a holiday. I'm going to have time off. But during the summertime, because of the sort of area that we're in, there's always lots and lots of summer camps going on. There's lots of kids coming to the area. So having my own centre, I utilise the space there and I run science camps and craft camps and all sorts as well. So, and we've got little robots, you know, the little Bebot robots, and we do robot camps and things like that. So it's great fun. So I just flip things on their head in the summer and do a little bit of educational stuff in the morning and then do camps in the afternoon. So
that's fun. That's a great idea. And, you know, it keeps you in business and it's just another way to be able to help kids stay engaged and less time on their electronics and just, you know, or watching TV or doing all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's a great use of time. I find Christmas time is like, that's what I found was my low time.
Yeah.
And so it just does not make sense for me to continue tutoring over Christmas time because pretty much worldwide people are celebrating that holiday. I have a couple of students that are not Christians or are from countries where they don't, you know, celebrate that holiday, like India. But honestly, most of my students do, and they don't show up. So, you know, it just makes it so much easier. But you know what? I'm just going to take the week off. They're going to take the week off, and then we'll just, you know, catch back next week. So fun. I love that. I love that. Love that. Love that. So very cool. And then if I wanted to keep going, I could. You know,
well, this is the thing. I mean, that's what I tend to do with most of the longer holidays. I'll give the students the opportunity. If they want to keep going, I'll keep going. But I'm thinking this year that I might try and push more on to doing online tutoring. That's going to be my tack this year, where I'm going to just say, I will work with you online and maybe we'll do 2 half-hour slots rather than you coming to the centre for the hour. And we'll just break it up and make it more manageable for your family. that's the tact I'm planning on taking this year.
Sweet. I love it.
You never know.
Yeah.
It might convert a few. You never know.
Well, and that's the thing. Once people try it, they love it. And so when you start moving into that realm, it really helps to be able to give them some kind of an incentive to try it online. Like, I'll give you a free session, or, give you a reduced rate for the month or something like that. And a lot of them, when you kind of throw that into the mix, they're very excited to give that a shot. So very, very cool. Well, so you've been in the Ultimate Support Group now for about a month. No, longer than that. I don't even know. My brain's not even thinking because of my whole weekend. You've been in here. You've been in the group for a while.
Yeah, it's a few months. I think it's in the Ultimate Support Group. I think I've been in for about 3 or 4 months now. And the Insider Secret Club, I think it took me about 2 months to make the jump, but it was the best decision because I've learned so much from being in there and having access to all the courses and the conferences and, chit-chatting with people in private. And it's just been lovely. It's just been so, well, for me, it's been great because there's all these things that I really didn't have a clue about. Being a class teacher or a deputy head as I was, I didn't need to know about search engine optimization. I didn't need to know about how to do all these things. So learning new skills for me from other people who've been doing it for a while has been brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah. Oh, good. I know. That's the thing. Like, a lot of us, we already know how to teach. So that's not really the issue. And just changing the format, changing it to online, still really not the issue. I mean, you get a couple of ideas from people like using Zoom and that kind of stuff. But other than that, I mean, when it comes to the teaching, you pretty much already know how to do that piece of it. It's really the marketing and how do I get students and how can I, get myself known out there and all of that great stuff. And how do I connect myself with other tutors who can refer me and all of, it's amazing the opportunities that are available to us if we take them. You've taken a lot of the courses. Which course do you feel really benefited you the most out of all of the courses that you've had an opportunity to take?
Do you know, I think rather than it being a course, the one that sticks in my mind the most was the book club when we were looking at the book on search engine optimization, because I really knew what I knew about search engine optimization. You could write on the back of a stamp. It was virtually nothing. So just having the opportunity to read and having the deadlines for you guys reading a chapter at a time really helped me, because it made me make sure I was making time to read this, because it would have just been shoved to the side and
sure,
I wouldn't have done it. I know I wouldn't have done it. I'd procrastinate and do a million other things first. I know what I'm like. So having that deadline to meet up with the book club or catch up because I was working, watch it later on, was just fantastic for me. And that's, I think, has stuck in my mind the most. That was the most helpful thing I think that I've found on the group. It's been great.
Very cool. Yeah. So those that you don't know, in the Insider Secrets Club, we actually meet live 2 times a week. One time is like question answers, getting to network, getting to know each other. And then the other day we work on a book together. And so we vary it based off of like marketing, mindset, teaching styles and different things to be able to always stay on top of our own game so that we can continue to really have a top-notch online tutoring business. And so we were studying a book on search engine optimization, and now we're working on a book called Virtual Freedom. And this one's all about hiring a virtual assistant to help us do the tasks that we shouldn't be doing in our business so that we can focus more on the teaching and the tutoring side of it. And we can be giving the other responsibilities to other people. So yeah, it's really fun to be able to learn from everybody and to be able to bounce ideas off of each other and say, oh, well, what do you think of this? Or, oh, maybe we could try this. Or I think sometimes cool is that other people are like, oh, I've tried this tool. Like the book like inspires an idea in them. They're like, I've used this tool. This has worked really great for me. Let me share it with you guys. And other people then share the resources and the tools with each other. So yeah, awesome stuff. And sometimes tools disappear like that. Boom, gone. So what do you do when that happens if you don't have a team or a group of people like this that you can connect with, right?
That's right. Didn't we have something like that the other day with one of the keyword tools that we use to help us find the best keywords for our search engine optimization? One of them just went, didn't it? So just having all the other tutors to say, well, I've tried this one, or I've used this one, or have you thought about that? That's just great, having people on hand,
Yes. Now, the good news is that that tool is back to play. Yes. So, phew, I didn't like that it was gone for a little while, but it is back, so that's all good. So I'm super excited. Like I absolutely love when I get to see you guys have the kinds of successes that you're having. And, the reason why I have given you the Tutorpreneur Hero of the Week is because you have booked that in-person tutoring business solid. And you did that by using a lot of the strategies that we're teaching here with getting on that first page of Google and getting yourself found, creating that online presence, which is awesome. Some people are scared in the beginning to do that. And what I found about you, Elaine, is that you just stepped on out there and you did it. You're like, okay, you tell me I'm going to do A, B, and C. I'm going to do A, B, and C. I'm going to do it. And you got results. And there's nothing more exciting when you are a online tutor business coach than seeing the people that you're giving advice to actually take the advice and then get amazing results because of it. So
thank you. Without your help, I wouldn't be fully booked at the moment. So thank you.
So yeah, I am so proud of you and everything that you have done in your business. And I can't wait to see it grow even further as you start adding the online tutoring on in here. I'm going to be rooting for you every single step of the way. So you are a huge inspiration for those who are just getting started, that, you know what, this can be done. You can get found online. You can create a book solid in-person and combo. Some people, that's what people are looking for, right? They don't want to get rid of their in-person totally. They like working with kids in person. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You get to build this business any way you want to. You want to build it with in-person. You want to build it with some online. You want to do a mixed mosh of it. You could totally do that. You have the freedom. So that's the exciting piece of where we're at in the world right now. And it's been fantastic being able to chit chat with you, Elaine. And congratulations on being the Tutorpreneur Hero of the Week.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm really honored.
Well, everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Next week, we are actually having a conference and you are invited to join us. Now, there is a special going on. You can join us at $20, and there's actually 2 bonuses that you get too. One of those bonuses that you can get is a list of blog post ideas, and these will get your brain actually motivated with juiced up ideas for the next year, so that you can write great content and get found just like Elaine has done. And also the other freebie is a done for you freebie. So when you're trying to get people online, you want them to stay on your email list. One of the ways to do that is to create a freebie. Well, for some people, it takes them between 3 to 6 months to create their freebie. You will have a freebie that is already done for you, but then on top of that, you can start creating your own freebie if you want to maybe really personalize it for what it is that you teach. So you'll have something out there so you don't have to sit there and be like, it's going to take me 3 to 6 months to get my freebie out there. Now you'll be able to have a freebie that's in place so that while you're getting your freebie created, you have something there and get people on your email list. So next week's conference is called the Educational Support Services Conference, and we're going to be learning about ADHD and different ways to be able to help kids with ADHD, how to be able to recognize when somebody has ADHD, some things that you can do that do not require drugs to be the sole healer of it, let's say. We're going to be learning about midline integration issues, dyslexia, dyscalculia. So it's going to be a really amazing week. So come join us. It's going to be 11:30 every single day next week, except for Friday has a special time. And again, you get all of that for just $20. So check on in. I'm going to put the link inside of Facebook for you guys. And if you're interested in joining us, now the $20 price does go away at midnight on Wednesday. And from there, the price will go up. So join on in while you can with those 2 bonuses and the $20. And hopefully we'll see you next week. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.